Starting with Henry.
Hey, Lance, your guys' offense struggled in a way we haven't often seen from them. Just what do you think was giving them so much trouble tonight?
Struggled how?
Couldn't.
We gained more yards than they did. We had a 100-yard rusher. Now, there weren't huge explosive plays, but I wouldn't say we totally struggled. But I'll have to go back and watch. We were 6 of 13 in third downs. We didn't get a fourth down conversion. You're playing a good Big Ten football team. It's not going to be like playing on air by any stretch of the imagination. I'm sorry to be short with you, but it was a really good football game, and they didn't like the way it went last year, and they've been geared up for this game for a long time, and it showed. And there's certain things you can do, and if you don't win the turnover battle, and there weren't a ton of penalties, but either way, and the one that was the one that could have been big for us got picked up for some reason. So and you came off a punt, and I just said, and then they recover it. Not only is it not inside the 5, they get the ball at the 20. I mean, that's the rule. I mean, but again, we didn't create enough plays ourselves, and they made some really nice plays tonight.
With Jalen, what'd you see on his interceptions?
Depending on the throw, obviously he's frustrated. The one right before the half is more an execution on the perimeter of what the play is blocked to be. The one, the Skinner, the last one, just too late. And then the first one, is another one that he didn't throw well. But then he makes some big time plays for us, scrambling. And I thought he was physical. It's the most that kid's run the ball now in 11 months. And I thought he played well, competed, but it wasn't his best day. I think everybody will acknowledge that. But I still thought he made some good throws, and again, we'll have to learn from it, because I think that's probably what Henry's saying, is that we don't have, it's not one of those, you got 18 completions, but you have 140 yards, so it's not something that's, big explosive plays, and we didn't have enough tonight.
With the play before the half, with Daniel carrying on the last play, just what kind of game were you looking for to see if you wanted to try to go down the field there?
The very last play?
The very last play, yeah.
Yeah, they were getting the ball started second half. We just threw a pick six. We weren't going to give them an opportunity to have something else happen. Momentum was clearly in their favor. We went aggressive the series before, and it didn't work. We weren't going to give them another one. That's one that quickly you're right back out there. You're not, we gotta kind of calm it back down and settle our guys down. And I thought that part happened, and we got the stops, and then we go down and score, I believe, the very next series or somewhere in there. But again, it was a back and forth football game, really. So.
Did anything stand out defensively? It seemed overall, into the fourth quarter, things went pretty well on that side of the ball for you guys.
Yeah, other than the first series, I don't know if you take, again, those are the ones, Jordan, I got to probably answer for you in a couple days, but I thought we played the run pretty decent there, especially halfway through the first, halfway through the fourth, especially. Again, today's day and age, to hold a team under 300, I think is a pretty decent day, 271 or something, but again, stopped the run decently, but they had explosive plays when they needed them. So interior-wise, I couldn't tell you. I'd have to look at which guys. I think Marvin showed up pretty well, and he was pretty, but I thought we had decent linebacker play. Rotating the guys up front. I think Tommy and DJ seemed to show up. I thought Caleb showed up for his first game of the year. So, but again, a lot of the other stuff I'd have to wait till I really watch it.
I think it was late third, early fourth quarter. I think it was interception, 3 and out. Just what do you think stalled for the offense at that point in time?
Yeah, I don't know. It's, the one, your second, your first down, Devin runs for 7. Your second and 3. It's a really good play action pass down. Mm-hmm. And then we go incomplete again, And now it's easy to second guess and say, well, why don't you just give it to him again on second down, But, the way our offense is built and how we've done it is you're aggressive and you mix it up. and I'm not gonna take away from the play calls or things like that, because when you're clicking and things have worked, we've always enjoyed watching the results of that, and tonight we just didn't quite have all that.
And what'd you see from the offensive line group against their defensive front, and how you feel like they created some holes there?
Yeah, I again, I'm just looking. Devin averages 7 yards a carry, a 100-yard game. I thought Daniel ran the ball in his 7 carries, and he averages over 5, so that's pretty solid production there. And then, even Jalen had some runs, and so I thought they had a decent day. And then towards the end, things are gonna happen. Like on the last play, you got to hang on to the ball too long to get the ball down there. And but I thought, again, snapshot, I thought we had pretty good offensive line play tonight. I can't say, but again, timing wise and things, they're just sometimes that we just didn't get it over the hump when we needed to make a play.
You mentioned being confused by the flag being picked up on the pass interference.
You're going to try to get me fined, aren't you? I'll split the money with you if you let me say it.
Very well. I was just going to...
You're in for $5,000?
Let's see what you choose to say. I was just going to ask what your conversation with the official.
Well, like I said, he made the call and then he had somebody else come tell him. So, I mean, then he said he wasn't there. Well, I know this. The officials tell me all the time, when you make a call, make sure you're making the call. Because they don't want to throw a lot of penalties. They didn't throw a lot of penalties. Okay? So, you better make sure. Well, you can't all of a sudden then say, if that's the philosophy, which I hear a lot of, the philosophy is not to throw flags. So when you throw one, you better be sure. Well, how'd you become unsure then?
After a game like this, what's like the message, or what do you even say to the team
We'll
after
see
this
what we're
one?
made of. We got 10 more games to play. This is a non-conference football game. See, but like I've said to you guys a lot that are here every day, don't get ahead of yourself. We got a long way to go. We got a lot to do, and everybody wants to go into things that aren't even on the schedule yet to talk about a football team has to get a lot better, because you know what? There's a lot of good teams and a lot of good coaches. A lot of things happen. And now we got to play another good team in 6 days. So, I mean, if everyone thinks that our season and our goals and everything are out the window, they're sadly mistaken. You've seen it how many games today ended up that way? How many games last week? And we're barely into the season yet, guys. So this is what it is, and but we're going to see what kind of team we are, what kind of resolve we have, what kind of leadership we have, starting with the head coach on down.
Time for one more. All right.